me start by asking you a simple question. Have you ever been late to meeting and thought it's just 5 minutes, it's not a big deal? Well, in some cultures, being 5 minutes late is considered disrespectful, but in other cultures, it's totally normal, and no one will even mention it. Now, me and my friends will talk about how different cultures perceive time and why this matters more than we might think. We choose this topic because we living in a world where people from different cultures are constantly working, studying, and interacting with each other. Understanding how different cultures feel time can help us to communicate better and avoid misunderstanding. For example, if you plan to study abroad or work with international teams, knowing how time is valued in other cultures can help you build stronger and more respectful relationships. There are two major ways time is viewed across cultures, monochronic and polychronic. In monochronic cultures like the United States, Germany, or Japan, people see the time as linear. They focus on one task at a time, value punctuality, and believe that time is money. Being on time, sometimes even early, is a sign of respect and professionalism. And in polychronic cultures, such as in many parts of Latin America, Africa, and Southeast Asia, time is more flexible. People often prioritize a human relationship over strict schedule. Being slightly late is not always considered rude. What matters is the connection between people. Let's say you have a group project with someone from Germany. They might expect you start at 7 at exactly 10 a.m. But if your partner from Mexico or Indonesia starting at 10:15 a.m., it might not be problem at all. Okay, next we'll explain with my friends.
Hello, my name is Sonia Saputri and I will continue to explain this presentation. We chose this topic because we want to help people understand that not everyone sees time the same way. Every culture has its own way of managing time, and by learning this, we can avoid misunderstanding and respect each other better. Now that you know our reasons, let's talk about why this topic really matters, especially in real life situation. The next question is why it is important. This this topic is important because if we don't understand how others see time, it can cause miscommunication or even conflict. This is especially true when we work or study with people from other countries. This way, when we start our presentation, we want to make sure we catch people attention right away. Okay, the next question is how to grab attention. To give people attention, we start with a simple and relatable question. Something that makes them think, oh yeah, that happened to me. And we also try to include effects that, that surprise them. But grabbing attention is only the beginning. What is more important is how we keep people interested from start to finish. And the next question is how to keep people watching. Okay, to keep people interested, we use real life example and compare how time is seen in different culture. This makes the topic more relatable and easier to understand. To support our presentation, we have also prepared some key vocabulary that we will be using. We have learned and practiced using some important words for this topic, like monochromic, polychromic, punctuality, flexibility, cultural norms, and global communication. And of course, learning new vocabulary means we also have to make sure and we can pronounce this word correctly. Okay, for the Czech pronunciation, yes, we have practiced how to say words that might be difficult, especially punctuality and monochromic. So we can pronounce them clearly during the presentation. Okay, and finally, and finally, we also prepare myself or ourselves mentally, so we can speak clearly and confidently. Okay, the next question is how to stay relaxed while talking. To stay relaxed, we take a deep breath before we speak. We smile at my classmates and we try to talk like I'm just telling a story, not giving a formal speech. That's why we feel more comfortable and confident.